Welcome back. Today I have a full face of your guys' drugstore recommendations along with a few new releases from the drugstore, but I'm really excited to try these out. So let's go ahead and get started. We don't need to be worried. We don't need lots of money. So tonight put your hands in the air. Act like you just don't care. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Heather. I love all things makeup, especially colorful makeup and indie brands. And if you guys love those things too, I really hope you will subscribe. Click the little bell so you can be notified of all my future uploads. I have a lot of really cool stuff coming up, and I'm really excited to try out some of your guys' recommendations. But like I said, I do have a couple of new releases, and it's these two products, but some of these I have wanted to try for a long time, but I'm going to go ahead and get you guys zoomed in and I'm going to get started. So I tried to pull at least one thing from every comment from everyone that recommended something. And the first thing I have is the e.l.f. Whoa Glow. This is a sunscreen and it's a makeup primer. I really like products like this, so I've been wanting to try this one out for a long time since it was released, and I haven't yet for one reason or another, but I'm really excited. I got the shade Sunbeam. I did a huge haul video of this order and my Colourpop order and an order from Sephora. That video should already be up. If it is, I will link it below in a pinned comment. The only product like this that I've tried so far that I really haven't liked is the one from Rare Beauty, that illuminizing primer. I feel like it emphasizes texture really bad. It has too much shimmer in it, but this one looks really beautiful on the skin. I'm excited to see what it looks like under makeup, but I think it's really pretty. The next thing I want to try is something I've really been wanting to try. This was released this year, but one of you guys have recommended it to me several times, but it is the Revlon Illuminance Skin Caring Foundation. It has 5% squalene and hyaluronic acid. I have shade 105. I think it was Creamy Natural or Ivory or something. Creamy Ivory. I was close. I see the sticker now on the side. I'm really excited to try this out, but I have to go wet a sponge. I completely forgot. I'm going to do one side with a brush and the other side with the sponge. Here is my Sigma F47 multitasker. I'm going to use that one first. I think I bought the shade way too light. I really think I did. But that's a me problem. It's my fault. I'm going to have to probably exchange this. I might be able to make it work, but I don't know. I really bought it way too light. I can already tell it looks like skin though. It's really pretty. I have a more dry skin, so I gravitate towards products like this a lot. That's why I've really been wanting to try it for a while. I just think they look so good on my skin. They wear well. I hope this one does as well, but I really don't have any issues with foundations not wearing well unless it's just a bad foundation. But I've seen a lot of people recommend this. I'm glowing. I look like Edward Cullen. Hopefully I can bronze my skin up and bring some life back to my face. I look like I'm iridescent. I really wanted to film this video yesterday, but I woke up yesterday at 5 o'clock and I didn't go to bed until almost 1. So I was dead all day yesterday. I could not freaking move from the couch and I got no work done. I didn't respond to any comments or anything. And I don't like not doing that, but I didn't have it in me to life. I'm trying to build this up though. See if I can get a little more coverage. You can see that sunspot on my face very well. I don't know what this claims to be. This is supposed to be a medium coverage. I'm getting a little less than a medium, but it's close. Close enough. Looks freaking beautiful on the skin, especially over top of this product. Now I'm going to do the other side with the sponge and see which one I like better, which one covers better. This looks like I'm putting glue on my face. I'm definitely probably going to have to pick up another shade. You definitely get more coverage with the brush. I think this looks better with the brush too. At least on top of this primer it does. I'm going to keep trying this out like behind the scenes and stuff, and I'll update you guys in a couple of weeks after I've gotten to try all of these products from the haul. And here it is. I definitely think it looks better with the brush for sure. But it is really, really beautiful. I just like the brush side more because you get more coverage with the brush side. So I'm going to go back over this. So I always do my foundation and then I do my brows. I used to do my eyes first and then I started filming YouTube videos. And now I mostly just do indie palette reviews. So I started doing my face first. But I always do my brows after my foundation. That way I can clean up any area around there and I don't have to worry about it being set or anything like that. So the product that was recommended to me for brows was the NYX Lift and Snatch. This was the only brow product recommended to me. So I already had this and I do agree it is a really good product. I have it in the shade Ash Brown, but I went ahead and picked up another one of my NYX Micro Brow Pencils. Mine just recently ran out, so I wanted it back in my collection anyways. I really like this brow pencil a lot. And I picked up the shade Chocolate, which I hope was the right shade. I bought it on Walmart, and it's really hard to tell like what's what, but I did the best I could. Now I'm going to I always spoolie my brows down first, and then I'll go in and fill them. I'll do one on camera and then one off camera. I like to fill in the tail with a pencil. This might be a little red. I might have picked up the wrong shade. I have a little red in my hair. And then I'll brush up. And I like to use the pencil to fill in basically this outside half. This is really red. Very, very, very red. I definitely bought the wrong shade. Dang. Now that's two things I have to return or whatever I'm going to do. Chocolate isn't red, so why would I have thought that chocolate would be red? Okay, so I'm going to wipe this off, and I'm going to use my e.l.f. brow pencil that is the correct color. I'm going to return this, and I will be right back when I get to the point where I'm at here, because I just I can't make myself do this today. Okay, that's a little better, a lot better. I think I'm having an off brow day anyways, which doesn't help. So now for the NYX Lift and Snatch. For me, this product definitely had a learning curve. I had to learn how much pressure to apply, where to hold the marker, because if you're not careful, you can do too much. Like, it's been a while since I've actually used this, so it might have another learning curve. But you just have to be really easy and to make sure you like use the very end. but it is a really cool product. You can like draw fine hairs. Mine's a little too dark. I bought this back when I was still like dyeing my hair. So the shade is a little too dark for me now, because now I'm just letting my hair be because it needs a break from the dye. But it looks something like that. You can draw the most tiny hairs. Once you get the hang of it, it's a really cool product, and I really do enjoy it. So another great recommendation for sure. Highly recommend this one myself. I did a much better job on this side. This one's a little, it needs cleaned up, which is why I always do my brows before concealer. But next, this is another product I've been wanting to try. I was happy to see it recommended, and it is the NYX Brow Glue, the Brow Glue. But I got it in the shade Clear. It is available in colors as well, but I like to just do clear. My brows aren't very thin to begin with, but they do have some sparse areas. But I really like the little applicator on this. It's really tiny and precise. I don't have an applicator like this in my collection at this moment, but I've been wanting to try this one out for a while, like I said. So thank you for that recommendation. You guys are pushing me to try some stuff that I already wanted to try. This one seems really nice. I'm excited to see if I like it as much as I do the one that I picked up from ABH, because that is a really freaking great brow gel. It's the best I've ever tried. So I don't like my brow hairs to stick straight up. It just, that's not, it doesn't look good on me. I know a lot of people do that, and it's, I could see how it would be helpful too. If you don't have a lot of brows, you can make it appear like you do. So I get it, but it just doesn't look good on me personally. So I ran into a little issue because my foundation's too light. That means all my concealer is too dark. And I'm hoping that my bronzer isn't messed up because of that. But anyways, this next one is one that I wanted to try. It's a new release. It is the Winky Luxe Cheeky Rose Liquid Blush. And I picked up the shade Darling, and that it is. The packaging on this is so beautiful. Truly is darling. It's got like a little flower at the top of it. I'm really excited to try this. This is my first time trying anything from the brand. So I hope that it is everything I want it to be, and it does not disappoint me. So for this, I'm going to use, let's see, I'm going to use my Singe Beauty F01, and I'm just going to dab some of this on the back of my hand. I'm scared to apply it to my cheeks. I've been burnt before by Rare Beauty, so I try to be careful. This brush is too small for this. I'm going to use my Singe Beauty F03. I have to do blush first because the bronzer I picked up is a powder. This seems to be laying nicely on top of this foundation. It's got some pigment to it as well, but it's not too much. I did go in with a lot. It's also blending very nicely. I really love the color of this. It's really pretty. It looks beautiful on the skin. It's got like a soft sheen to it. Not much, but just enough. I think it's really beautiful. Next, I really want to go in with the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. This was recommended to me from one of you guys. First, I got to tap out this concealer. I had to go in with a Huda Beauty one because it's the only one that was light enough to go with this foundation. So I had to switch lanes a little bit, but it creases like nobody's business on me, but it's still a really good concealer. You just have to set it. But I'm going to go in with my Singe Beauty F04 And it's like just a little paddle brush, and I'm going to set under the eye. I'm excited to try this. I know a lot of people really love this powder. I don't use a lot of pressed powders like this, so this was actually adding to my collection as well as fun to try out. And so far, it looks pretty good under the eye. I cannot complain. Looks really lightweight. It did brighten a little, I feel like. You can still see my dark circles. They're like just here to stay. But my vitamin C level was really low when I got my blood work done. I think that might have something to do with it. I'm taking supplements now, but I'm guessing it's going to take a while for them to actually start working. But now I'm just going to set the rest of my face, and I'm going to use my Cinch Beauty F05, and I'm just going to set all of this. I like that you can still see like the luminosity of this foundation. It's very luminous, especially when mixed with that primer. It's really luminous. It looks beautiful, even set. I have to set my foundation and stuff, not because of like oiliness or anything. Like I said, I do have dry skin, but because I feel like if I leave it like unset, you can really see the texture and stuff in my face. I just feel the best with it set. I like to hide the texture. It's just a personal preference kind of thing. You guys get it. But here it is all set. This is really pretty. Worked really good under the eyes. But let's see if it can keep this Huda Beauty concealer from creasing, because I said it's no joke. Now I have a product that is a new release, and I've been wanting to try it. It is the NYX Buttermelt Bronzer. I picked up the shade All Buttered Up. This is really, really pretty. I picked it up because in the pictures when this released, these look like bronzer and blush hybrid, so I was really curious. I hope I didn't pick up a shade too deep for me, but I'm just going to go in with this BH Cosmetics brush. It's very dusty. I usually do bronzer before blush, but since one was a cream, did it backwards. I think that's really pretty, actually. I might have got a shade too dark, but I can make it work. I did terrible with my shade matching for this video. Oh, and I saw that they're actually releasing blushes from this same formula. And if I'm gonna guess, I would probably say they might actually end up doing highlighters too, which would be really cool, especially if they're good. I'm probably gonna pick this up in the correct shade and then give this one to someone in my family, because most of my family is a lot darker than me. But I noticed that this foundation is lifting off of my nose. You can kind of see it. It looks like a triangle, which looks really weird. It might not be working well with this. So it'll be a while before I get this video actually posted, probably sometime next week. So I will try this foundation again without this primer or sunscreen and let you guys know, because I really do like the way it looks, but it is not working well with my nose. I do have a lot of texture on my face right now. I've been using retinol, and I've not found the perfect combo, like retinol moisturizing combo. So I'm still working on that. That might be playing into it as well, the dry skin. But as for everything else, I'm really happy with it so far. The next thing I want to try is this Revolution highlighter. It is the Diamond Glow. What was it they got? Profusion highlighters got recommended to me, but I could not find them anywhere outside of like a collection that was on Amazon, but I don't think it's a collection that's available anywhere else. So I didn't go with that. I decided to go with the Makeup Revolution one instead, but I will still try to keep an eye out for that product. But This looks really beautiful and I'm excited to try it. I'm just going to use my highlighter brush from Unearthly Cosmetics and see what this looks like. I swatched it in that haul video and it looked freaking beautiful. Very, very glossy. Wow. Yeah, that's really pretty. I heard that the Makeup Revolution base products were really good, but I have not tried any. So I'm really excited about this. I actually have another Makeup Revolution product to try right after this. Like, do you see that? You can't see it on the face. At least I can't in the mirror when I look forward. But when I turn my head, oh, that's stunning. I will have this and everything else linked down below in the description box, but that is really beautiful. It kind of reminds me of the ones from Rare Beauty. So one of you guys told me to check out the Makeup Revolution Colorstay Longwear Lip Liners. So I picked up the shade Mauve. I don't think I've tried these. If I have, it's been a long time ago and I don't remember how I feel about them, but I'm really excited to try this one out. The formula is really creamy, but not like too creamy, but it glides easily. It feels like a lot of the other ones that I really do enjoy. I have to use a lip liner because my lip line is really blurry and it's actually uneven on top. So I kind of have to fake it. So it's literally been 10 seconds, but it's not going anywhere. This is really, really nice. I think this might be a new favorite. What a freaking great recommendation. Thank you for that one. But the next one is a recommendation I got on Instagram a little while back. Well, they tagged me in the video from when Makeup Revolution first launched these lipsticks. I picked up the shade Queen Pink, but let me tell you, the packaging on this is really, really freaking nice. And there's even like an impression in the top of the bullet that has an R, but I'm excited to try these. They're a satin formula, which I do like a lot more personally, but this is a very light nude. There's a ton of shades of this. And it's really hard for me to find nudes light enough for my pale, ghosty self. So I was really excited when I saw this line because they do have a few nudes that I would like to pick up. I don't know about this. Let me go back over the edges with my liner and then see, but it's like settling. You can see every freaking line on my lips. That looks a little better, but you can see every line on my lips. This wasn't really a recommendation as it was someone telling me I should try them. Or they wanted me to try them. And first impression, no. No, 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 no. Packaging is beautiful, but it's making me feel like I need to run out and go get lip filler immediately. So I'm going to top it off with this Colourpop So Juicy Plumping Gloss Balm. I really love the lip liner though. Let's give these lips some life. God, my lipstick's so shriveled up. That looks a lot better. I actually really like this Colourpop So Juicy Balm and the liner. They don't burn. They like tingle more than anything. They don't burn. I don't like those burning lip plumpers. So if you are curious about them, I think they are really good products. The lips look a lot better. So someone also recommended the NYX Epic Wear liner stick, like gel waterline liners. I'm like so tongue-tied today, but I picked it up in the shade Cosmic Yellow. I had to find something from the drugstore that would go with that. And I went ahead and picked up the Colourpop Sage of the Day. I've always thought this one was really beautiful. Thought maybe we could do a quick look on one eye and then I can try out this liner, and I have a mascara that was recommended to me as well. But let's get into this eye look. So I'm going to start this out with my Singe Beauty E01, and I'm going to pick up this pastel green called Sips Tea. And me and someone were talking about in the comments recently how we used to really love Colourpop, but then we started using indie brands, and now we don't just feel the same way about them that we used to. And I couldn't have said words more true had I tried, because that is exactly how I feel too. I don't think they're bad, but once you start getting used to indie brands, you really can't find anything at the store that will really match up to their quality, because it's just truly freaking impeccable. I just love them a whole lot. But now I'm going to go in with my Singe Beauty E07 and pick up the shade Keep Calm. I think Colourpop is a very beginner-friendly brand. They were for me. I started out with Colourpop, and I was completely satisfied with them. And I think if you're someone who likes more ethereal or like quick looks, you would really love Colourpop. Their eyeshadows are really easy to work with, but their formula is a little more dusty. Like, can you see the kick up? It's kind of crazy, but you could totally make them work. They are affordable too, which makes me love them as well. Like, indie palettes and stuff are getting so expensive. They are expensive. We're paying like $60 to $100 for a palette now, and that's just freaking crazy, but I still do it because I love them so much. Now I'm going to go in with this Unearthly Cosmetics number 7 brush. I love these little brushes. They're so good. But I'm just going to work this into the outer corner. You guys know I love a look like this a lot. I'm going to go back in with Keep Calm. I will say though, out of the stuff that I tried in today's video that you guys recommended, and I'm not the new releases, but what you guys recommended, I loved everything so far. I think it's really great. The only thing I'm a little unsure of is the foundation, but I think that it's just the foundation doesn't play well with that primer. I can't wait to try that primer with a more like natural foundation. I'm gonna have to look at the ingredients too and make sure they actually work together. Let me look. I can't read them on the bottle, so I'm gonna have to look them up online and just look into that, because I think that might have a lot to do with it. It just depends on the ingredients in it, but I think I'm just excited to try them on their own. Now I'm just going to go back in to Keep Calm. I'm going to do it on that E03 though. More fluffy brush. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of my NYX glitter glue. I really need to buy more of this. I like the one from Unearthly Cosmetics, but I think I might like the one from NYX a little more. The one from Unearthly is more affordable, but I don't know. I decided earlier today, I'm going to do like an eye look one day and try one on both sides and then see which one I like more. But now I want to go in with this packing brush from BH Cosmetics, and I'm actually going to use my finger, and I'm going to pick up the shade Nature Bay, and I just want to put it here. This shadow is really pretty. But then I'm going to use my brush and I want to go into the shade Retreat Me. These shimmers look really pretty. Some of them are better in some palettes than they are in others. I'm going to use my finger for this as well. I'm going to use a Colourpop E28 pencil brush and pick up the shade It Vibes. This is pretty. It's got like a iridescent like green shift to it. It's really pretty. I'm glad I picked this palette up. See, sometimes Colourpop can surprise you. Sometimes they do come out with good palettes, but sometimes they come out with palettes that aren't so good. These little 9 pans, I find a lot of them are really good. Now I'm going to go back into Smudge Me, and I'm just going to make sure this is really blended into that shimmer out here. Now I'm going to use my Singe Beauty E07, pick up more of Smudge Me, and I'm just going to run this as close to the lower lash line as I can. I like when you use like those pastel type of liners, is if your lower lash line is really dark, it really makes them pop. That is my favorite way to use them. The contrast is so beautiful. Now I want to go into Keep Calm, and I'm going to use this to blend it out. I just wish these weren't so dusty. Because for someone like me I have really sensitive eyes, it kind of goes back into my eye, and I'm not about that life. But now I want to pick up the shade Sips Tea. And I'm going to press this here. Sorry if I'm looking down. I'm trying to look in the mirror in front of me. Yeah, see, my eye's burning right now because all that dust is like blowing back. Now I'm going to pick up a little more Sips Tea. Nope, Smudge Me. Me saying these shade names like I think I know them. And that is the eye look. But now I want to use this NYX liner. When I did my haul the other day, I threw away the end that goes to this, and I didn't even realize that it wasn't on there. But now it's too late. I don't ever use those anyways, but there's a color. You guys know I love a mustard liner, so I'm super excited to try this out. But let me grab a mirror real quick. I really wanted to use that green palette because I wanted to use this liner because different subject, I actually just got the Daily Grind in from Unearthly Cosmetics. Oh my god. Do you know how hard it was for me to not use this today? But I wanted to keep it to drugstore, so I didn't do it. And I also, this one, oh, you guys know I love an orange, but this one, I also really love a blue. We have the Don't Be Jelly. I've been wanting this. And one of you guys was kind enough to let me know that both of these were back in stock. But they are freaking beautiful. I'm so excited to play with these. I'm trying to think of a way I can play with them and still like post a video because this one was released last year. I don't remember when the Daily Grind was released, but I want to be able to play with them and still make a video that people will watch. So I was considering doing a Shop My Stash. Let me know your thoughts on that. But now I'm going to shut up and do the liner. But I'm excited about them. That looks really super pretty. I'm going to go and just touch up the darkness here. But that looks really pretty. I actually really do like that. It's a different undertone than my one from Colourpop, my favorite one, the shade Punch. But I'm excited to see how this wears in the waterline and if I like it as much as I do the one from Colourpop. But I think it's really pretty. But I'm going to go do this other eye off camera, and I will be right back. And then we're going to get into the mascara. I'm excited to try this one. I tried the original, and I do really enjoy it. So I'm excited to try this one out. I'll be right back. I'm back. I tried to do some liquid liner. I got it in my Colourpop mystery box. It is the Colourpop liquid BFF liner. It's the shade Make Love, and it's a really pretty shade, but it doesn't go over very well. I feel like it's not, it doesn't go over the shimmers very good. I had to do multiple layers to get it to where I got it. Is it even? Probably not. I am learning how to do liquid liner, and it's a process. So now for the mascara. I have the Essence Lash Princess Curl and Volume Mascara. And like I just said, I have tried the original one. It has the hourglass wand on it. I'm excited to try this though. I really liked the other one. And I know this is a lot of people's favorite. I'm going to fast forward you guys through the first coat. And then I'll show you what it looks like. And here is the first coat. I'm not used to this type of brush wand. I'm kind of being messy. Now I'm going to try the second coat. So far, it's not my favorite, but I can see that it's adding some curl and a little bit of volume. But I like mascaras that are lengthening, which this one is too. You can see it's added a lot of length, but I don't see all of the volume. And I could tell if I put a third coat on, it's going to get clumpy. And sometimes mascaras work better once you let them dry out, but they look a little spidery to me. Definitely got some length. I think it added length, but there is no volume. I actually like the green one a lot better. So the liner actually covered up the mascara marks. I think this is a little too wet right now. I need to let it dry out and try it again. But as of this very moment, I do not like it. I feel like I have 5 lashes and I don't know. It's just, I don't like it. If you're the one that recommended it, let me know down below if you let it dry out before you use it, because it just feels really wet to me. But I do see the curl, and I even see some lengthening, just no volume whatsoever. I feel like it took away the volume that I did have. But here is the finished look. I want to just thank everyone who participated in this and gave me some recommendations. Honestly, there's some really good stuff in here, and some of it I need to try out a little more and in different ways. But overall, I like a lot of these products, and I'm really happy that I got to try them out. But let me know your thoughts on this video. I would like to do another one maybe in a few weeks, but thank you guys so much for watching, and like I said, for participating and giving me your recommendations. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help me out. And until next time, bye. We don't need to be